Chicorium intybus, member of the Asteraceae family, the sunflower family, or daisy family. Get a look at those bilobe stigmas. This is a pseudanthium, meaning it looks like a single flower, but it is composed of multiple florets in there. See the stigma, then the style, and below that are the ovaries. This beaver pond. Just stop to appreciate the architecture. You can tell that beavers really can change the landscape. See how they've built up the mound and kept this pool separated from the higher level. This was a trail, you can see. It connects over there, but they've completely transformed the landscape to make it do what they want. I like this spot. This is a wonderful campsite. It's nice because of this shack. It's got a fire pit, nice open area, and it's one of the nicer lakes out here. So people tend to leave their boats. See, there's some very old ones. That one's no good, but this one's fine. Just drain the water out. But we'll not be camping here tonight. This is just a quick stop. I have to walk about double the distance I just did to get to the first spot. So they've started just clear cutting forest and adding new trails into here, so none of it looks the same. What I've done here is I've just come down this trail. So I set up a very small but noticeable rock formation so that on my way back here tomorrow, when I'm walking these trails, I know exactly which trail to take. Just a quick tip. It's a little bit sketchy over here getting down, but it's much faster. This way. Hey, this way. Go. Go. Good boy. All right. Not too bad. These boulders they just removed. Archille milfolium in the Asteraceae family, the sunflower family. Common name yarrow. Get a nice money shot. Oh, never mind, I can't zoom in. See a Pseudanthium, a flower head composed of multiple florets. There's several small flowers that make up each flower head. It's got these very typical compound leaves. A single leaf made of very small leaflets. Extremely floral scent, like cough medicine. Very medicinally beneficial as well. It has astringent properties, so it can constrict and contract blood vessels. See this large roadside plant? Often mistaken for rhubarb, I find, in its first year stage when it looks like this. It's just the long leaves. This is Arctium minus, also in the Asteraceae family, the sunflower family. And this is an edible plant. Typically during its first year though, as the taproot or the tuber root is much softer and more palatable. In its second stage of life, when it sends up the stalk, tends to be a little too woody to eat. It's called burdock, or lesser burdock, because when these things dry up, these buds, they are very sticky and they stick to clothing and animals' fur, and they're really a nuisance, but it's the way they spread their seeds by attaching to animals or whatever walks by it. You can see there it grips my finger like Velcro almost. And they'll get stuck in your clothing. That's its method of seed dispersal. This is common milkweed, Asclepia syrica, in the milkweed family, Botany. And it is a milkweed because it exudes this latex-like substance, which looks like milk. But these are the seed pods, or the fruits that are starting. And in this stage, in this young stage, where they're about 1 inch to 2 long, they are edible. You can boil them. It's suggested to boil them 2 to 3 times in different changes of water. Bring the water to a boil, take out the water, put fresh water in, bring it to a boil, and after about 3 times of that, these pods are edible. So it's a lot of work, but they're I've heard they're like a cheese substitute. They have a similar texture to cheese, but I don't know. I don't like cheese to begin with, so yeah. Apocynaceae, milkweed family. It's a good one. These flowers are gorgeous too. There's none that I can see, but the milkweed flowers are gorgeous. All right. Look at it, just clear cutting. They come through here with huge machinery, these massive trucks with like 3 to 4 inch saw blades attached to the front of them. And they just clear cut everything as they drive through and toss it off to the side. We have done some crazy elevation. But look at this last section I got. Oof, that's steep. Well, keep going. Ain't this a bitch? I get to the top of the steepest part and it keeps going. Alright, well, I've made it to the lake. It's my first time here. And I didn't think that it would be much of a lake, at least not for swimming. And boy, was I right. Honestly, thinking about turning back another 5 kilometers because this is going to be a buggy area, I can already tell. Look at that little fox run. Hey! He stopped and he's gone. We've still got maybe three kilometers left ish. I think I miscalculated the walk. It was definitely over 5K. I think maybe closer to 7. It's quite the backtrek. I think in total today, once I get there, would have done over 15 kilometers today. That's for sure. Ready to go? You kind of don't have a say in the matter. You just go where I go. Good boy. And we've made it back. It's a way better spot here. Oh, that wind alone. Well, that was refreshing. This water is it's quite cold. I believe it's fed from an underground aquifer, which is a pocket of fresh water underneath the earth, and it's seeping up into the lake. That's what makes this lake so clear and cold. I think I'm going to try to take this bad boy out. Just got to dump the water out and we'll be in business. The only thing is, they don't leave the oars. Actually, they tend to bring a little motor with their ATV or whatever that they could just attach to the back of the boat when they take these out. But when this shack was first built, there were a bunch of scrap pieces of wood left here for burning. And I took one of them and fashioned it into an oar or a paddle. And I hid it at the campsite. So I'm using this. Won't be going record speed on this thing, but it'll be nice to just take the boat out. Pretty sure I got everything I need. Go. Come on. Good boy. Watch out. Okay. All right. We're off. He's not used to boats. The only time he goes on one is actually when we come out here. And he does all right. He's only been on a boat maybe a handful of times. Yeah, you let him know. Yeah, let him know. Yeah, you tell him. Yeah, you tell him. Aroo. Aroo. Yeah, you tell him. Got a line trolling in the water, fighting the wind right now. It keeps wanting to push me back to shore. It's actually pushing me back pretty quickly right now. Think I'll just let it slowly take me back and call it quits. Wasn't expecting to catch anything, but I had the stuff on me, so I figured I'd give it a shot. He's getting pretty hot on the boat too, so. Ooh. I just saw the line just go. There's nothing on there. Yeah, we're getting pretty close. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a fifth one over there. Pretty sure there's another one somewhere way over there. Yeah, the camera won't pick it up. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this one I'm in, that makes 7. I was sitting here eating beef jerky. I gave him a piece, and then I look at the bag and I was like, oh shit, almost ate the whole bag. I tried it before leaving too, and I was like, yeah, this jerky's not great. Almost eat the whole bag. Leo, it's over here. You're getting warmer. Over there. Over there. Yeah. Nope. It's on the ground right there. Oh. No way. Look at this ant carrying a piece of beef jerky. Just did a few minutes of stretching. Helps to avoid muscle cramps after all that walking. Ooh. Oh. I'm gonna go search for some firewood. beech wood. This is from a down hemlock tree. This one right here. Just remembered I have gloves, so put those on. Collected this bag full of ash and charcoal because the fire pit was getting pretty full and it needed to be emptied. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to disperse this away from where I'll have the fire, and it'll promote good health in the soil. It'll turn into biochar. Ash is mainly composed of potassium, I believe, and then charcoal has some carbon and other nutrients in it. Promote good fungus and good plant life. Gone into the forest a little bit. What I'm going to do is disperse this bag of charcoal all throughout here, and at the same time refill this bag with leaf litter to use as a browse bed. Shazam. Went straight for that pork. I'm being eaten alive by bugs right now. Just horrible. Fire's dead. This is the setup. Bugs are pretty bad right now. So I've kind of just been walking around. Stand over there. Stand over there. Poor guy's being attacked. Did you see it? Yee. Well, quick update. It is now 12 a.m. and I'm still swatting bugs. Well, that was a shitty night's sleep. Good morning. That is all from killing mosquitoes last night. Gross. It's all on the walls too. There's just blood everywhere from me smushing them. Milk. A little bit of maple syrup. Now we have crepe batter. They take seconds to cook. With the batter, I made 3 crepes. So in each one, I'm going to put a piece of bacon and some cherries, and then some maple syrup on top. Pretty much it. So bits of bacon and cherry, then you roll it up, and that's your crepe. These amber nodules are tree sap. Found these leaking out of the wound of an old hemlock tree. I'm going to collect it because it's extremely flammable. Look at this piece, it's very vitreous, almost glassy. It can be used to make primitive glue. It's also can be used medicinally as like cough medicine. I wanted to collect that. There was much more, but this is all I need. On to the next camp spot. Let's go. I'm just stopping to admire this old growth cedar. Of course, this is not a true cedar. This is Thuya occidentalis. It is an arborvitae. It is in the family Cupressaceae. And this is a massive bastard. And these things, they take their time growing. So I'm gonna say at least 300 years old on this tree. Incredible. Just towering above the canopy. It's growing at quite the angle too. I mean, the sheer weight of this thing, it's incredible. Pretty close to our next campsite now. It's a shame. Somebody lost their dopest pair of shades on the trail. Guess they're mine now. Arrête. Shit. Well, the campsite I wanted was taken by a group of nice fellows. But that's no matter. There's another site up the road that I'm on my way to now. The elusive red squirrel in its natural habitat, trying to use its camouflage to remain discreet. I'm gonna get you. Just soaking in the view. Is a member of the Anacardiaceae family, the sumac family. This is staghorn sumac, or Rhus typhina. It is known for its very showy inflorescence. It's like a red bulbous horn. And you can actually take those inflorescences and soak them in water and steep them in like hot water. And it'll make a very pleasant tasting tea, a citrus-like tea, like a pink lemonade type deal. I'll put a photo of the flowers at the top. Alright, made it to camp. Set up here shortly. Gather a bit of firewood and then I'm gonna go for a swim. Alright, all the camp tasks are done. Shelter is set up. Really doesn't get much easier than this. A bipod, ridgepole, slap a tarp on top of it and you're in business. Got the bag of leaves to make a browse bed. And firewood for the night. Time to take a dip in the drink. Well, I'm hungry now, so I'm gonna make lunch. It's one of those sap nodules. I'm gonna throw it on the fire and see what it does. I can smell it burning. It smells nice. One-handed crack, baby. Mm. I don't know if it's 2 days out in the forest or if this is just really that good, but damn, this blows any McDonald's out of the water any day. Like, that's actually really good with the raisin bagel and the maple syrup. Holy shit, I might be onto something. Just gonna have a fun time getting out of here. That was one of the guys that I encountered earlier at the other campsite. Nice guy. We chatted for a bit. He tried his luck fishing. No luck. He got snagged and lost his lure. Had to snap the line. Thought it was pretty funny though. He was very inebriated. Stumbling around everywhere. Slurring his words. I don't know why these guys come out here on their four-wheelers after they've drunk a few beers. Like, it's not a smart idea. I think it's funny that he found my campsite. He even said too, he's like, I'll be back later. And I was like, later tonight? He's like, no, later this week. I was like, oh, okay. But there was an idea or concept that I wanted to touch on earlier when I first got to this campsite, which was a trip alarm system for like a hypothetical situation, like say you're in an apocalypse or whatever. It was basically where you take one of these devices. It's a pull alarm. You pull this pin and the alarm goes off. And I was going to set it up between some trees. Thankfully, I didn't do that earlier because that guy would have set it off and probably would have freaked out because this thing is very loud. Just would have been very awkward. Just to show you what that alarm system would have looked like, you tie the alarm to the tree. Now you would want to fix it to the tree, but for the sake of the video, I'm putting it out here so it's more visible. I'm also using jute twine as it's more visible than the bank line. After you secured the alarm to the tree, you want to take your line, go to a tree opposite of the one you've set the alarm to. Fix a line to it, measure it out to the alarm, then tie it to the pin. And this is where you can kind of adjust the trigger depending on how tight you tie it. You can have it a little loose, you can have it very tight. It's up to you. Alright, the line is set. I was even trying to make it visible and it's still hard to see. So, I'll walk through it. The alarm was a success. In a real life scenario, you'd want to hide it better, but it worked perfectly. It was a hair trigger. I didn't even feel it as I walked through it. And that alarm is very loud. You would definitely hear it. It would definitely wake you up. Alright, that's it for that concept. The alarm spooked him. It's okay. Come here. Gaultheria procumbens, aka wintergreen berries, in the Ericaceae family, the blueberry family. There's a nice patch of them growing, and I only picked a fraction of what's there. I can't eat too many of these anyways. The taste gets nauseating after a while. It's like Pepto-Bismol or peppermint. You know, I think I prefer the Costco dog cooked on a fire rather than however the hell they cook it in Costco. That smoky flavor is incredible. Well, there's not much going on for me now, so I think I'm going to end the content here. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Like, comment, do whatever. And get out into nature. You know, take a risk, have some fun, explore. Alright, that's all I got. Peace. Fucking son of a bitch, of course.